Hello! Yesterday I did a hairstyle that you wanted a tutorial for, so I thought I would make it today. And as you can see, I am still wearing my braids from yesterday, so I'm not going to redo everything. A bit of cheating. So what we are going to do is that first we are going to make 2 rope braids on each side of our head. As you can see, I already have 2, and I have gotten the rest of my hair out of the way. So when we do make these braids, we want to comb or brush our hair to go into the direction that we want the braids to go, to lie proper against our head, so that we won't get some weird bumps. So rope braiding, there are lots of good tutorials out there for anyone who's new to it. But basically, you take your 2 strands, you wrap them in one, twist them in one direction, and then wrap them over each other in the opposite directions. So and always make sure that your hair is tangle free, because if it starts to tangle and you don't fix it at once, then it will be a mess later on. Feeling very pretty. And now, as you can see, one of my strands have a bit more hair than the other, so I'm just going to take a little bit of hair from one to the other, and no one will notice that once we are done, and continue to braid. And now you might want to secure the end with an elastic. I'm just going to leave it loose. So for the 2 braids on the same side, you want them to go in the same direction, but in the opposite direction on the other side. Just going to get the tangles out, and then I'm going to comb it into the right direction. So now I have wrapped the strands in that direction. Let's see if it's like such on this side. Yes, I got that one right. First, yes, when I was doing rope braids on both sides of my head, I always messed it up in my head when I were going to do it in the other direction, on the other side of my head, but I am learning. It's easier when you already have one. Not sure how good you can see with this little bit of sunshine behind me, but well, I think you get what I'm doing anyway. So this is a style that requires quite long hair, but I'm sure that you can modify it into some version if you have shorter hair, and if you are familiar with rope braiding And if you have used a hair moon before, it's not that complicated to make this style as it might look like. But if you are new to this, to rope braiding or using a hair moon, it might be a bit tricky at first. Whenever I do this and some small braids and wrap around one around my neck, I feel like an octopus, a squid, something like that. So, now, if you have 4 braids, 2 on each side, like I do, we are going to braid these together. If I remember correctly, it's called a cable braid. Might be wrong, I will have to look it up and put a little text thingy in the video when I edit it. So now you can... Let's see. So what we want is not to wrap them in the same direction like we did before, because then we'll get this neat looking braid. We do not want that for this style. So we are going to wrap them in the opposite direction, so that you can see maybe that is getting a bit more uneven, looking like a chain or something. So make sure that these are tight and nice, and we wrap them around each other. Sorry, it's a bit of cucumber between my teeth. Yeah, no one wanted to know that, but now you do. What would a video with me be without weird comments and faces? Not going to braid all the way down, because I know that my hair is long enough that I will tuck this underneath my bun later. So I'm going to secure this with a small elastic. If you're not new to my channel, you do know that I use these small elastics a lot. I bought, I don't know, maybe 500 of them 15 years ago or so, or then still good. Bought them in a store that sells horse supplies. Let's see, wrong direction. And I forgot to mention, but you want to braid so that the braids are following your head. And if anyone noticed, I'm not putting in as much description in text anymore, because I think that YouTube's auto text actually works quite well now that I have a better camera. So I think that you should be able to read, for everyone with bad hearing, that you should be able to read the text. So now I am just going to take down the rest of my hair. And make sure that it's tangle free, and I'm also going to get it up a bit. And if I just take my hair like this, it's going to be like bumps and stuff. So I will comb it up to where I want it to be. But first I'm making sure that it's tangle free. And whenever I am changing the direction of my hair, I prefer to also use a ball bristle brush to make it look a bit more smooth. I'm sorry if you can't see what I'm doing, but it's because I need to see what I'm doing. So now I am going to make a Neoma knot bun. At least I think that's what it is. I haven't watched the tutorial for some years, so I am doing it as I remember it. And when you're using a hair moon, I will link down below in the description box where I got mine. But when you're using a hair moon, you always want to make your bun a bit looser, because this requires some more space to push in than a regular hair stick. Wrap it around your finger. Get these fingers up here. Catch your hair. Pull it through. Stick your fingers in here so that it won't escape. And now we are going to wrap the remaining hair around the base of the bun. And now I don't remember if it's how you're supposed to do it, but I take this and twist it around so that I get more space, because it's twisted from before. So now it's untwisted. Sorry if I'm not making any sense. And now we are going to take our moon and push it through the first loop, through the scalp, sorry, I can't speak, through our scalp hair and then out through the other loop. I'm just going to take a little mirror. Yeah, good enough. And now I am going to take some U-pins to make sure that everything is secure. And if you do push your hair moon through and it feels too tight, sorry, then just redo the bun a bit looser, because you don't want to pull your hairs out from your scalp. That's not the goal. So I am catching some hair from a bun, scalp hair, and then up into the bun again, using a few pins, and also going to hide this a little bit. So if you do any type of bun with a hair moon and think that it's not steady enough, or any type of hairstyle with any type of hair stick or whatever, putting in a few U-pins is a great solution to make it more steady. And now we are going to take these braids I'm trying to remember what I did now. So putting them over the moon and then crossing them. So and now I am using hair beads or bead beads, but if you don't have any, I don't know if you can pull this off with something else, a small earring or something. But I'm going to take this and I am going to put it on one of my braids. The good thing about having some thin ends is that you can slide this on easily. And now it's on one braid. I am going to take the other braid and push it through in the opposite direction. So as I said, if you don't have a big or any hair beads, try to find some wire or earrings or whatever, and you might be able to pull this off. And now I am going to take my smaller beads and put them on both braids, one on each braid. It's going to see that I put the runes in the same directions on both sides. That one up. I will put a link to where I got my hair beads too, but it's a Swedish shop, so I'm not sure if you can get them from the same shop. But there are several shops on Etsy or other places. Just search for beard beads or red beads, dreadlock beads, something like that. Let's go to. So going to pull these up a bit, and now I'm going to take the braids over my bun, and now I want to make sure that these loops are the same size and a good size on both sides. Sides. Sorry. Now I need free hands. Now I'm just going to take a loop pin and stick it in while I am seeing if it's good. Let's tighten this up. Yes, I think that these are quite good loops. So now I'm going to take the ends underneath my braids and tuck them in underneath my bun. And I'm going to push this in. So. Okay, I lost the other braid end. Let's see where it went. Here. Good. Going to tuck this underneath. Catching some bun, scalp hair, and up into the bun. Okay, I need another pin. Let's see. Yeah, this is the done hairstyle, and you can choose tighten it up to get bigger loops. You can kind of flatten it out. To get one circle, and one braid was longer than the other. Let's pin it up. So you can create different looks with the same braids here, just by pulling at them. And if you're doing something where you want them out of the way, you can shorten them up by hanging them over your moon. Just getting it out of the way. Not that this is a hairstyle that you will make for going to the gym or whatever, I think, but yeah. This is the done hairstyle. What do you think? Do you want to try it? If you do want to try it or have any thoughts on it, just leave a comment down below or on Instagram or wherever. I will put links down below to where you can find me. And if you do try it, I would love to see a picture, please. So, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!